So, you thought you were safe. Big bad Hillary Clinton is out of the picture. Donald Trump survived his inauguration. No one's coming after your guns. Trump's going to cool down the heat between US and Russia. He's gonna build that wall, keep us safe. And most important of all, he's a Christian man. And through him, we're going to restore this country to its Christian roots. Or so you thought. What my eyes and my spirit sees is something completely different. Something that I've warned you all about over the past year. That Donald Trump, a pro-Christian American resurgence, and an upcoming amends to the papacy or Vatican are all fulfillment of end times Bible prophecy. Back in March 2016, I told you all that I believed a renaissance of sorts was about to happen within Christianity across America, and that unfortunately, this movement would be hijacked by the evil one and turned into a falsehood. Sure enough, we've seen this happen with church movement after church movement falling into false messages and occult symbolism. Whether it's the Reset 2016 movement with its integration with Pope Francis and occult Ouroboros symbolism, or the World Explosion Tour, which so blatantly displayed the as above, so below inversion, or even the 2016 Gathering, which used the all-seeing eye pyramid of Osiris and their logo, with the event being held on September 21st, the UN's International Day of Peace and Safety. The devil has integrated himself into this Christian resurgence. I also told you about how only a small remnant of God's church would be true to his word and spirit, and provide major historical evidence of how that had happened in the past. If you've not seen that video, I strongly recommend that you watch it, because we are steamrolling towards this prediction coming true, and Donald Trump is the catalyst. Before I show you some of the shocking ways Donald Trump's presidency is prophetic, perhaps I need to bring some folks down from their high and show them what kind of, quote, Christian Donald claims to be. He has photo op after photo op using the Bible as a token stage prop, yet never showing us the fruit of the Spirit. And that's of no surprise when your whole upbringing has been led by a 33-degree Freemason, Norman Vincent Peale.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out, I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian. And I go to church and I love God and I love my church. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale was my pastor. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale was my pastor.
Peale is the highest order of the Freemasons and is in the Temple Architects Hall of Honor from ScottishRite.org. Among many heretical things this man has said, one of them is that, quote, it's not necessary to be born again. You have your way to God, I have mine. I have found eternal peace in a Shinto shrine. I've been to Shinto shrines and God is everywhere. Christ is one of the ways. God is everywhere. But perhaps his upbringing doesn't convince you. Maybe you just need to hear it from Donald's own mouth. Twice, in fact. That he doesn't need God's forgiveness.
Forgiveness, I mean, I try and lead a life where I don't have to ask God for forgiveness. But I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian, which a lot of people are surprised to hear. I go to church. The great Norman Vincent Peale was my minister for years. The Power of Positive Thinking was fantastic.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so. I think if I do something wrong, I think I just try and make it right. I don't bring God into that picture. I don't. Now, when I take, when we go in church and when I drink my little wine, which is about the only wine I drink, and have my little cracker, I guess that's a form of asking for forgiveness. And I do that as often as possible because I feel cleansed, okay?
Yes, folks. America is getting back to its roots, and its roots were founded in Freemasonry in 1776. Oh, but perhaps you didn't know George Washington was one of the most well-known and revered Freemasons of his time. And hence, now we start to see how Donald Trump and America are being involved in prophecy. A very symbolically sound interpretation of Revelation has the beast of the sea as some type of European empire, controlled by a harlot that rides that beast, being the papacy or Vatican. And then there's the beast of the earth, which symbolically represents the United States of America. In my upcoming videos, I'll share all the symbolism that supports those two interpretations. The beast of the earth is a powerful beast that subdues the world into worshiping the first beast before it, a false religion led by Pope Francis. And to see this manifest, I had expected Donald Trump to drive a false Christian message to the US, which would ultimately lead us to be absorbed into Roman Catholicism. In fact, back on September 22nd, 2016, the Trump campaign announced a Catholic advisory group for all matters that Christians were concerned about. Additionally, Trump vowed himself to blur the lines between church and state and essentially make it one entity, a very dangerous move if you've ever studied history. He said he's going to restore power to Christianity in the US, and those close to the Vatican are already suspecting that Donald Trump and Pope Francis will make amends and come together at some point. Combine all these religious power moves, along with Trump's unwavering support for military and police, not to mention his narcissistic attitude, we're in for a powder keg. So don't sit back in your chair, relax, and get all cozy. 2017 is going to be an interesting year, and watch out for this one very important moment in the near future, where the world will focus on how Pope Francis and Donald Trump have come together. I hope you all enjoyed this video and share it with your friends and family to make them aware. And until the next video, this is Mike with On Point Preparedness. God bless.